Now it works. I don't think that I will talk 1 hour. I will probably talk, I don't know, 40 minutes something. And if they have some,
40?
yeah,
It's an hour is all the panel.
yeah,
So
15 minutes something. So
15,
I will
5 to 10, 15, and maybe we can discuss something
for
some
discussion.
questions. Yes.
Yeah,
because it's limited time. So
yeah,
we don't-
yeah.
And okay, because we have to make some questions. Maybe I don't know.
Yes. That's why. That's why.
We'll start.
We can start. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to our next discussion and the panel. We're going to discuss a topic that is very relevant to our interest, publishing, Cosmos, publishing industry, booksellers, editors, book publishers are all interested in how AI, artificial intelligence, affects their work, and what are the opportunities and the challenges. So our topic is called Artificial Intelligence Research and Development. And we are very glad having Mrs. Senja Pozar from Slovenia. Did I pronounce it Pozar?
Pozar.
Pozar. Senja Pozar from Slovenia. Senja has nearly 3 decades of experience in the publishing industry, where she has held senior editorial and leadership roles across educational, reference magazines, and digital textbook, and also publishing. Senja serves as managing editor of the Journal of Artificial Intelligence and Sustainable Development, and a financial lead at IRCAI under UNESCO at the Jožef Stefan Institute. So I give directly the floor to Ms. Senja to discuss about this project, and then we'll introduce you Emilia Diamantopoulou to follow up the discussion and our research that is implementing in our organization. So, Senja, you have the floor.
Thank you very much for having me here. For me, this is really a big opportunity because, as Dr. Kapos said, after so many years in publishing industry, I became kind of connection point between the AI developers and publishers on the other side, but also very much connected with the academic field. So what I would like to talk about today and discuss with you is what actually is going on academic fields. I will talk about our IRCAI Center. This is the second or I can say differently, UNESCO has only 2 AI centers on this world. So one is in Morocco and one is in Ljubljana. So we are really proud. We just prolonged the agreement for next 8 years because of conducting more than 60 projects recently in last 5 years. So that's why I will, because I'm now connecting institutes, AI developers and publishers. I would like to have some forward about what these kind of centers are actually doing, because when I was strictly working in publishing, I had no clue about that. I had no clue about UNESCO policies and things like that. But bottom line, when I followed several discussions recently on different book fairs, I found out that we have very same questions and that we share same opinions, but UNESCO already have a lot of built up policies about that. So let me introduce you a bit our center for the start. It is about what we do, what we can do, what kind of solutions we are developing. Let me also emphasize that when I came to Institute last year, I found myself among physicians, mathematicians, and so on, but I'm from different tribe. I'm from culture. So I said, does anyone research the impact of AI to society, to culture, not just to water, to ecology, which is important, to health, of course, but they said no. So we decided really to develop this kind of a project. So I will talk about that in the next slides. Only in 5 years, this center really developed to a global point. So I'm really proud that I was invited to participate with my knowledge and expertise to the center. The structure of the center is that there are mostly researchers, but also entrepreneurs and managers. And we conduct, just like I said, more than 60 globally networked projects, also conducted by UNESCO, but also European Commission, some commercial projects. What we do, it's important that we don't do just AI academic to academic, but we also connect academic to business, academic to customer. So this is something also I want to emphasize, that what we are developing is actually that we, at the end of each project, we make AI help desk for each sector. So what I want to develop here is to make the first ever AI help desk for publishing, because there is strong AI help desk, you probably know, for justice in Brazil. They have huge sandbox built there in Sao Paulo, and it also conducted by European Commission. But we don't have AI help desk for culture, and we also don't have safe chatbots for culture. And the main goal, and one of the goals, is that we have them in a year or so. So if we want to do that, is that we keep everything on the academic level. What we do is that we really research everything, but it's not just technical research, but it's also how to interpret the data. This is very important. We all know that basically we all struggle now between what is fake and what is true, and we struggle with the authorship, we struggle with media information. Everything is changing, and we also know that the structure of the employment rules in publishing is changing, and the knowledge, how we get the knowledge, how we produce the knowledge, how we deliver them, everything is changing. So this is a huge impact, and that's why we are doing the researches on that. Just like I said, we are really globally connected, and what we are looking for are partners from all kinds of institutions. So we are not connected with only with institutions in Slovenia, but also globally and in the region. And just know that recently Slovenia launched a mega computer, another one, server in Slovenia, which is supporting business industries in the region. So Slovenia is actually becoming one of the most important hotspots of AI in the region at the moment. basically what we are talking about, what we are doing, what we are researching, what we are implementing is the aim is that we understand what we are doing. So this is the main question. I've listening a very interesting panel in Bologna when I also participated, where it was emphasized, and I really strongly agree with that, that whatever we do, the importance is that all developers put the human layer on the top. We do that if we know why we are doing what these AI agents are doing, then there is no need to be afraid of that, because we just use this AI to, how to say, to boost the process, to make it a bit easier, but with expertise and human knowledge on the top, the results will be different, or the importance is we don't need to trust AI, and we don't trust AI, but we can trust ourselves that we can manage with that. So one of the reasons why I'm happy that I was invited to participate to this panel is entrepreneurship. In our center we have industrial club. I'm speaking from the experiences when a couple months ago I asked to the group publishers of the Without the Borders, when I'm active member from the very beginning, who is interested in AI, who would like to connect with us, who would like to develop some ideas, who is interested in building a safe field to implement, to test AI ideas for publishing. I've got so many emails from all around the world, from publishers all around the world, really. So this is a big thing now. And what we were doing the last month was kind of looking for the holy grail. What is the main problem in publishing? What kind of solutions we need, and what kind of service our center, our institute can offer to publishers globally. And we also decided to build a global editorial board because of that, to get as wide as possible overview what's going on at the moment regarding the AI. So, speaking for experience, Global South has completely different problems and issues. Also small markets with small languages. Global South with inclusivity. Europe has to take care of language diversity. There is a fear that AI will actually eat the diversity of languages, because English is already kind of lingua franca. I think that this is something we will still discuss for the next decades, but it is important to see where are we now. Where are the main issues, and what we can do at the moment. On the safe field, I'm always emphasizing on the safe field. As justice government in Brazil could build sandbox to test, to implement chatbots and AI help desk for justice, we can build something for that for culture. Just some of our projects. The center, of course, I'm bringing. I'm the one bringing culture to the center, but actually we develop AI solutions for the better world. This is a must, because we are a UNESCO center and we must bring something good to the society. So we are developing solutions to improve the water, to improve the air, ecology, so many science projects, and just that you see them, how in practice and how sophisticated they can look. So whatever we do, it is supported by strongly considered digital models which offer the final solutions and data. And now we are coming to my best point of today's presentation, because when they invited me to the center, I was asked to do something for this journal. It is academic journal for AI and sustainable development, and it was actually launched in 2024. But they struggled a bit. They actually didn't have anyone to do the editing and coordinating. And just like I said, I asked them, can I bring the culture inside? So in 2 months, we have so many calls now open. And it's a huge opportunity for me. I didn't even expect that much of response, global response. So I'm actually getting every day in my computer academic papers, researches on AI from all around the world for everything, all science possible. And especially I am really happy that this call AI in culture is the most successful call. The most papers I've got are for this call AI in culture, really. So that's why we decided to postpone the deadline as much as possible. And of course, first we wanted to publish the collection at the beginning of first half of the year, but I think that it is better now to wait all the papers we can get to make a big collection probably this autumn in September, October. And because of so much interest, we also decided to open another call more specialized on publishing. And I shouldn't forget that Dr. Kapos, we invited him to join our editorial board because he's really expert, and he also brought to this paper also some aspects, important, relevant aspects of media and journalism and so on. So we really got the opportunity that we discuss AI issues, culture, global, also together with media and journalism, not just books. So this is important because on the bottom is knowledge, and there is information, and then is the struggle between the fake and truth. So we are just talking about the content on different media regarding AI, and observatory, and truth or fake. So these are the main postulates of the structure we need to have in our mind when we are doing the models. I don't know if you see, it's probably too small, but I really didn't, I had a problem which papers include, which not include. All of them are dear to me, and I didn't even put all of them here. But this is just for your impression, what kind of papers and researchers you are getting. And I'm also happy that we are getting researches related to education. Education at the moment is also very publishing, very important regarding the impact of AI, because in my opinion, if teachers are not familiar with AI, then we have a problem. Then we have a problem because the young generation is using it every day, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when the teacher is not educated enough. So yeah, so we need to observe this in the future as well. And another big project, because I really didn't know what will happen when we launched in November, December this call AI in culture. So we really didn't expect so much response from the researchers from Japan to America. And because of all this interest, we started with another new project, API, which is connecting academic publishing industry and implementation into the field. That's why we call it API for AI project. And I got immediately interest. That's why I participated to Bologna. Now I'm here. I'm already invited to Mozambique, to Pakistan. We will organize big event in Frankfurt. It is already confirmed on innovation stage with 12 speakers. And I want to emphasize that I think it's for the first time that we bring together academics, institutions, publishers, authors, translators. So we want the whole range of all relevant stakeholders and players in the field. Otherwise, this discussion is not productive as it should be. Also, when we talk about API project, I was thinking already in Bologna when I was listening to the panels and everything what was discussed there. Many years ago, when I did my master degree, it was related to publishing, and I was thinking then about the added value in publishing and about intangible assets, how difficult it is to measure them, but intangible assets are crucial to build the added value in publishing. So intangible assets are all the creativity, all the knowledge, all the good ideas. And this is also, okay, in economic view, building the brand of author, the brand of the work, the brand of publishing and so on. And now what we are doing now is we don't know actually how to measure the added value of virtual intangible assets. Here we are now. So 30 years ago, I was researching human intangible assets. Now I'm researching virtual. So it's actually very interesting path also for me, because I was so many years in publishing, and I'm happy that I have this opportunity that I can maybe connect to planets. We'll see where this happens. I will. Yeah, I used to talk a lot, so I will. Yeah, just some challenges for the. We will pitch in the Frankfurt panel, because we think that 80% of the students actually struggle with online credibility. So it's all about information. It's about knowledge. It's about how we interpret it, and it's that important, because if there is a fake information, you know that we can have also a war at the end. So that's really something we should consider in the future, and the whole society is transforming. We like it or not, it is, and it is better to know the beast than to ignore the beast. So that's also our reality. One of the roles of our international center is that we have a chair for the open education resources. This is one of the points where most of the publishers struggle, because most of the publishers, especially educational publishers, have closed packages that need to be subscribed and paid, but UNESCO is offering open education resources. So when I came to the center, I was told that I can use the infrastructure of the institute and UNESCO. So when we are talking about the chatbot, developing chatbot, an AI help desk, and so on, we will do as open resources, open help resources, open education resources. It will be freely available for all the publishers around the world. And this is something to emphasize. This is the big opportunity to use this possibility at the moment. Some of the topics that are relevant. There are really so many topics. When I was writing the pitch for the event in Frankfurt, I was actually struggling because there are really so many issues and so many things. And if I am inviting people from institutions and from publishing and other, what are the main questions for them? What kind of responses we want to have? So we will probably for Frankfurt choose, I don't know, 5 main topics and to discuss them more deeply. Okay, I will skip some things. Yeah, this year we organized our center the second Olympiad in Ljubljana. The first one was in Riyadh last year, and this year it was in Ljubljana. And guess who won last year Olympiad in Riyadh? It was Slovenian. So and the next year the Olympiad will be held in Asia. I think that in Hong Kong or Singapore somewhere. This is supported also by Slovenian government, also with some partners. But it is important that we've got students from more than 25 countries. I can also tell you that most of the best results went to India, China, Russia, but not to the rest of the world. So this is something also to consider in the future. This is one of the projects when we measure sustainability development index among all our partners that are connected to, in our projects, because at the end we want to have responsible partners doing really good things for this world. And we will probably run something like that also for the publishing, so that we have a complete overview about the best practices of implementing AI, and also practices that shouldn't be in publishing. So this is kind of a future roadmap. We will still have we will still develop researchers, and we will still have AI Academy. This is actually JAISD journal for special for artificial intelligence is part of AI Academy, and all our projects for culture are part of AI Academy. And this is actually the last slide. So I really need to emphasize again that whatever we do, we put human layer on the top.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Pozar. I pronounced it right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to continue with a small, some key points about reading and how research takes shape into applied research. Because the panel, the theme of the panel is research and development. So I'm going to make a brief overview of what we are doing in our organization, Hellenic Foundations for Books and Culture, regarding AI and how we try to make AI and use AI as a tool for enhancing the reading experience, and that's very relevant to our theme, generation readers, generators, it's the theme, and how AI tools can connect with the habits of the new generation. The kids, the young people that using AI, digital experience screens, and see how we can make a connection between print books, that print books are dominating all the industry, but with digital environment and AI. So I'm going to skip some key points about how reading is taking shape into the digital environment. And I will just focus in the AI as a strategic tool for our organization and for the innovation in general. Because as an organization, as organizations, UNESCO and all the other organizations, we have to be visionaries, to see the future, to see and try, trial and error. If you don't try, you will not go ahead. So, the development of generative artificial intelligence and large language models by automating tasks once considered achievable only by humans is exerting a structural impact across every field of the publishing value chain, as well as on the organizational structure of cultural institutions like ours, associated with books, archives, libraries, content, information in general. Taking into account the most international studies, the international studies that are all highlighting that there is a gap or there is a decline in reading among the young generation and the young people in general, but also to the older ones, but we are focusing in the new generation. So we're trying to reach and try to find some solutions or some to empower their interest, because before I was talking with these kids from a secondary Greek school that they are reading in print and also mainly fantasy, Gothic, romance, this kind of themes, and they're very aware of how they can enhance this experience into another format. And AI here is a tool. So our organizations, our organization, Hellenic Foundation for Books and Culture, has started a pilot initiative that is called Phygital Readers, physical digital readers, and we are trying to make a platform that is going to be very accessible and gain the interest and the awareness of the young generation. So AI can be a tool, can be not only an enemy, but if you have transparency in your information, in your data, if you have the resources that are very clear to everyone, it's going to be, it is, I believe it, it's going to be beneficiary for all people, and for publishers, and for the creators, and for the, of course, the young generation. So I would like to give the floor to Mrs. Emilia Diamantopoulou to explain to you what is all about how this platform is taking shape. Emilia Diamantopoulou is the founder of Rhyme&Reason Language Services, a specialized language studio offering translation and other services. Also, she chairs the organizing committee of Language Tech Patras, an annual event connecting industry, academia, and the public sector around language technology. So we are talking about large language models, and that's all about because language is also in danger, but also has a lot of opportunities regarding reading. So from the field of academic and what Ms. Pozar explained, to try to to get an input from the professionals, and also with the theoretical approaches, we try to make something that's applied and we can see it, how it's going to be transformed in the future. So, Emily, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to everyone. Yes, we started a discussion with the Hellenic Foundation for Books and Culture, and it's very interesting what they're trying to do with AI as a tool for reading and not against it, because there are these two main opinions regarding AI in publishing, either that it's going to destroy everything or that it can be used as a tool. Thank you very much. Things are changing every day. Just a sec. All right, so we were tasked with creating something small to begin with as a pilot and part of a much larger project called Digital Readers, because what we made is just a pilot, is not a prototype, to see if this is the right way to go about it. So whether AI can be used in a simple way, in a simple format for children and for teachers. Because one problem is with using AI as for educational support, for example, is that teachers are not trained in AI. So you need something quite simple to be able to get them on board as well. So what we did, we used Notebook LM, which is a free tool provided by Google. We chose this because it differs from other chatbots in that it does not really create hallucinations, which is one of the dangers of using AI, because it creates a closed ecosystem around the sources you upload. So if you upload a book, it consults only that book to provide answers, which means that you can create a separate cosmos of each book or whatever sources you upload. So we created the pilot with using public domain literary works. We did this because the essence of a pilot is not to start the struggle for copyright and licenses, it's just to evaluate how children see it. We created about 90 custom prompts that can be copy-pasted into the Notebook LM of each book. And I can't see because I'm getting a little bit old.
Can we change?
All right, that's okay. Yeah, well, the other thing that we were really interested in is to make sure that we don't gather any personal data. So we have started with something deliberately small and with very modest technical surface, because we wanted to see if the mechanics work. Okay, so 0 personal data, especially given that this is addressed to children. We used grounded AI, so Notebook LM, answering only from the sources provided, and we created some starter things that can be used by the end users, like audio overviews and videos. And of course, that is just something that you provide to help the users being children, to start using it. Then their imagination's the limit. And we made sure that everything is GDPR compliant, so we don't ask for any user information when they log into the platform. So this was all, just a second. This is actually what the platform looks like. We took 4 books to start with, 4 literature books, and then we also created another notebook for secondary school, the biology textbook, just to actually show that this can also be used for other purposes. And we also created a very self-referential first notebook, which is called Notebook LM for educators, because we understand the other thing is that we didn't want something too complicated because you need to get the teachers used to using it as well. So this is basically how it works. You enter with a school code, pick a book, choose a prompt from a list of prompts that we've created, ask your notebook, and then what the ultimate purpose of this is to get you to read the book, hopefully. So the pupil works on a specific book with specific prompts written by people who have some experience in how children read, and perhaps hopefully will get them to read. We'll get the notebook to act as a bridge to the book, not replace it. So all this was based on, as I said, public domain works, a grounded model, 0 personal data, and 5 books. Because that's enough. 5 books were enough, I think, to kind of evaluate if children are interested in it. We started yesterday with 3 schools yesterday and another school today, and we handed out questionnaires and we got the answers back, and they're quite interesting. I mean, you do get obviously lots of different opinions, and we're going to analyze the data, but some showed no interest, as you would imagine, but then others were quite interested in the different ways in which you can play around with a book. So that was quite interesting. And also, for me, coming from an AI, shall we say, background, it was quite interesting that something kind of low-tech, a low-tech application of AI, so using Notebook LM, is very popular and very easy to use. You don't need anything more complex for secondary school students who it's their first contact with AI to support reading anyway. So this is the framework that we used for the creation of the prompts. So we took into account certain standards on how the prompts should be structured. And this is basically the whole rationale, that you use AI to trigger curiosity and then lead to the book. So have AI serve as a bridge. And this is the whole phygital, obviously we all know the word phygital, the physical plus digital. So hopefully this will convince even 10 more students to start reading more. So that's it basically from me. We tried to, as I said, it's just a pilot project. There are millions of other more complex AI tools and processes that can be used and will be used. The point of this was to gain a feel of what the market, the users want at the moment. The aim of reading was never just to force feed you information. It was to slowly shape your attention. But AI is bad at attention and at slow attention. Books are good at it. This pilot tries to make these two things work together. And we'll see how it goes. We're definitely still at the beginning. There's definitely many more sophisticated projects to be built, but I think it's a good start in the right direction.
Thank you, Emily. Point out that AI for us, for our small and humble initiative and pilot platform, is the respect to transparency and focus in transparency, focus on reliable resources, and also respect to the intellectual rights. When this platform, we hope that's going to be developed with not only public domain books, but also with contemporary literature, non-fiction books, then we hope that there is a model of licenses to the professionals, to the publishers, to the translators, to the creators, to the illustrators, so everyone has an interest about that, to see this as not as an enemy, but as a friend, and why not kids from screen are going back to the books, to the print books, And also, this gonna start a new interaction also with visuals, because we are trying, and this is something that we gonna develop in the future, to make some visuals. For example, some characters of the plot, to see how they were dressed in 19th century, or how is the village that this fiction, the literature, the story describes. So there are a lot of opportunities, also with video trailers. So children, to these questionnaires that Emily mentioned, have a lot of opinions and have a lot of ideas, and we see how they, and we are trying to see how they are thinking, because we have to, first of all, to understand this young generation, and then try to make some policies in readership, in reading activities, in publishing, that are meaningful to them, because it's very difficult. We are coming from another background. We are coming from the analog world, but we have to see also this world, and children are the mirror of this world. So I don't know if there are some questions to Miss Senja, to Miss Emily, something that you want to highlight, or something else. We have 5 minutes, I suppose. Just a minute.
Thank you very much. Are you going to publish the results of the questionnaires and the research that you did here on the field?
I think we should, yeah. I think we should. We need to, we just gathered them, so we need to analyze them and process. Yes, yes. Yeah, we'll process the results and we can discuss where to publish them, yeah.
Do you want to add something from your thoughts, or from as a final remark? No. So research and development. We try to combine these two, not only research and not only theoretical approaches, but applied platforms. So thank you very much for hearing us and attend to this panel. See you in the book fair. Thank you so much.